To the Get Your Right On podcast, a podcast for aspiring authors who are ready to publish their books.
Oh yeah.
Each week, we interview authors, learning about their publishing journey, and giving you tips to get your books published the right way. Now, here's your host, Shante Williams.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the Get Your Right On podcast. I'm so excited to have each and every one of you joining with us, whether you're joining us live or you watching us on the replay. We thank you so much for tuning in. This episode is being sponsored by Perry's Junior Book Club, which is our children's book club that teaches them how to write and publish their own books as a summer camp. So we just wrapped up our very first session as we relaunched the camp for kids 5 through 18. And so I am so excited. So you guys stay tuned. We have something good coming forward for them. You'll be able to see the things that they've done. And so today, you guys, I have with me none other Miss Taneka Ferrell, who is the founder of A Girl with a Grind, a company focused on inspiring youth through self-expression and identifying gifts and passions for preparations and implementation into a generation beyond our time. She is the author of It's All About Me During the Quarantine. Right, so you guys, welcome author Miss Taneka.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Awesome, you guys. So listen, this is actually our second recording. Like, I don't know what happened. I had a whole day's recording that just like went to like the recording in the sky. I don't know what happened. Technology. When it's great, it's wonderful. And when it's not, it's like, oh my gosh. And so I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to do the re-recording and also doing it live. So thank you so much. All right, so this is season 1, episode 7. So I asked every author in season 1, why did you write your book?
Oh my God. I wrote my book for a few reasons. My first reason I wrote my book was because of my son, Bryce. He is very energetic. He wants to be an actor. He wants to be a basketball player. And so he was one of my inspirations behind my book. My nephew, Takai, my niece, Layla, my niece, Cassidy, my nephew, Cameron, and just a couple of other characters in the book that I were inspired by doing the book. And it was like, I'm sitting at home. I like to write. Why not write about people I know? Why not write about things that they love? And, being young and discovering your passion at such a young age is amazing to me. And, as parents, we should take heed to that. So I was very excited to write the book, inspired by, the kids and, of course, my son.
Awesome. So tell us, what is your book about?
So my book is about children discovering their passions and doing it during this time and also living out their dream, right? Like, for instance, we got Cameron in the book. Okay, he's the chef Cam. Cam actually does an Instagram with Chefs Live on Instagram. So he does what he loves and he cooks and he loves it. And so even with Bryce, Bryce plays basketball. So Bryce has a basketball court in the backyard. We got him a court built. So he plays. So, it's like they're doing what they like to do. And so in my book, I write about them being at home, not being able to go to school, seeing their friends, and they're investing time into their passion, which is what they want to be when they grow up.
I love it. And what I love most about your book is that it has so many different careers portrayed in that book, that it's just not stuck to, the quote unquote popular ones, but you're giving them so many different options to consider, because sometimes kids don't know what they want to do until they know they have options.
Right.
And so I love that your book explores different options other than the norm. So out of all of the careers that you have in this book, I think you could do another one. Which one is your favorite?
Oh my gosh. Of course I love my son. He's my favorite, but my favorite character is Cassidy because she is the boss babe. So yes. And so yeah, she's my favorite character. I mean, all of them mean a lot to me in the book, of course. I do have a few other, pretty much every character in that book is somebody that I know of choice. Even, I have my niece Madison in the book. She's a fashion designer. I love clothes. So it just works either way. So yeah, Cassidy, that's my girl. We bossing up.
Miss Boss Babe. I love it. Can you show us your book?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll show you my book. Here is my
You guys, look at, is it not adorable? I love the bright blue
book.
colors. And just take note, for those of you who are considering writing children's books, they have to be bright, they have to be fun, they have to be kid friendly. Then you cannot have a boring cover and think kids are going to be attracted to it. So I love that you chose those bright colors, and it's gender neutral, right?
Yes,
So if
yes.
you're writing a book that you want boys and girls to read, you have to be cognizant of that. You have to make sure that it is gender neutral, that you don't have all girly colors, right? And so I know some of you think, well, all colors are for anybody, but there are more colors that are towards girls than it is boys. So you want to make sure that you have a great mixture of both. And I love that bright blue. I just absolutely love it. And I was going through your book, I was like, oh my gosh, this is cute. Like, I need a coloring book with this. Have you ever thought about that?
So it's funny you said that. I'm actually working right now on with my website guy. We are working on a kids corner on my website. So it'll be, my pages will be black and white. They are coloring pages. They are printable for the parents. And I also have word searches and mazes on there for each character. So like if someone wants to be a chef, I actually have a word search for Chef Cam. So
Oh
you
my
can go on
gosh,
there and do it. You can
I love
print them
it.
off. So yes, that is what I'm working on now. So I'm hoping to have it released by the end of the month. If not, September will be the latest. But that's what I have been working on behind the scenes. I only have, like 3 coloring pages in a book, but I feel like each kid might want to do their own thing. So yes, that is, and I wouldn't even call it a coloring book. Print it off, and they can make it themselves however they want. They can get creative.
Absolutely.
So that's very important.
Activity. Yeah, coloring activity book. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So listen, you guys out there that are doing children's book, don't forget, kids still like to color. All kids aren't stuck to the TV playing video games. Some of them, like doing coloring and word searches and puzzles of that nature. So don't count those things out as dated. They are not dated.
I
Not
like the
dated
colors,
at
so
all.
I mean,
Hello, I
adults
have
do
so many
too.
adult coloring books. I love it. I absolutely love a good coloring book. To me, it's a stress reliever.
It is absolutely.
So it is definitely stress reliever. So I am excited. Yes. So are there any more books coming forward for Miss Taneka?
Yes, I'm currently working on my book called Kyrie's Safari Adventure from A to Z. And my son Kyrie is a animal lover as myself. I love animals too. And so he inspired me at such a young age. He's only 3, but he's really started getting into animals about a year ago. And he can actually name many animals that I was shocked that he can name at his age. And so I started writing this book, and it's called, again, Kyrie's Safari Adventure from A to Z. And so with my animals, I actually named the animals after kids. So I have Alexis the alligator. I even have some twin cheetahs in there. So the book is going to be so fun. And it's actually Kyrie taking his imagination on his safari adventure. So you don't know who you're going to run into the book. So it's
You
really,
sure
really
don't.
exciting.
I love it. And what I love most about is kids' imaginations. That's one thing I was reminded of during our kids' camp. These kids were so creative. Like, their stories all had different plots, different storylines, different characters. And I was just like, yes, yes, yes. Kids' creativity is not dead. Like,
I'm
I
telling
have
you.
this one junior writer. With his book, he ends up in a cave, and then he looks out the cave and there's dinosaurs. I was like, that's so
Really?
boyish. I was like, yes. So listen, kids are creative if you give them the opportunity to be.
Absolutely. And that's very important. And that's exactly why I wrote the book. You have to let them get creative. You have to let them discover their dreams. It may be 1 or 2 things, but either way, if that's what they want to do, help them get there. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
very important.
Yes. I am so with that. So listen, you guys, don't be afraid of your kids' imagination. Let it just go. Now, you may have to direct it a little bit, but let them be free in their imagination. You never know what they may come up with. They may come up with their own children's book, and might be like, oh my gosh.
You'd
So
be
do not be
surprised.
afraid of doing that, right? So do you have any advice for any aspiring authors out there? You're saying, they're stuck. They're like, I want to get started, but I'm not sure. Is anybody gonna buy it? I don't know if I write good enough. Is this children's book gonna work, or this book gonna work? What word of advice would you give them?
Honestly, I would just say pull out that pen and paper and start writing. What you like may inspire somebody else. 10, thousands, even millions of people. Never stop dreaming. And for me, it was one of those moments where I would wake up out my sleep and go into my iPhone or even write it in my journal. So I would tell that inspired author, do what you love, ask questions, get a mentor, even Google. You'd be surprised what Google will tell you. And, find somebody that's going to lead you in the right direction and do your own research. I kind of research stuff myself, but also my aunt is an author. So I definitely was excited to reach out to her. And she gave me some great gems that just helped me along the way. Even got on three-way with me when I was calling Library of Congress, like, how much I need to pay for this application? I got to pay y'all too to get this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, what do I need? And it was funny because guess what? It was the day before Christmas. And they picked up. So
wow.
Like, yes. So I was able to speak to someone and able, to start the process with that. So I was like, I got to do this. So she kind of walked me through a lot of stuff. So I was so grateful for my aunt. So shout out to Dr. West.
Yes, I love Dr. West. That is so amazing. Dr. West is one of my business sisters who also has a publishing company. She's doing phenomenal stuff. And so I love her dearly. And so listen, to those of you who are considering, who are thinking, who are contemplating, who are just waiting for somebody to tell you that's okay to write, this is your sign. Like, this is your sign, right? Just get out and do it. Start writing, be intentional about it, schedule your writing. You'll never know if you don't ever start.
That's right. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. And it's funny, I struggled a little bit finishing my book. But God woke me up out my sleep at like 12:30. He was like, you got 2 pages left. I'm gonna need for you to finish. So I was grateful for that extra push, because if not, I probably wouldn't have had it done. And another thing I would tell that inspiring author, when you sell your first book, you already won.
That's right.
So it don't have to take millions of books. When you sell that first book and somebody is interested in what you have to say, you are winning. So that is very important. And be your biggest fan. I am my biggest fan. So
absolutely,
if ain't nobody else riding with me, I'm going to ride too. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's right.
I'm going to buy my own book.
You have to, you cannot be afraid to promote yourself. You cannot be afraid to sell yourself and to pitch yourself. You have to get over that fear. And, so many authors get stuck because they want to be, this 6-figure author that's making all this money on New York Times bestseller. And then they forget to do the little stuff and they get discouraged. Listen, it takes one sale, then the next sale, then the next sale, then the next sale. And then once it starts going and rolling and you get that word of mouth and you do your work, they're going to come in. But if you don't do the work.
But think about it. Even if it takes 6 months, you going to get there, right? It don't happen.
It's not about the length of time. It does
happen overnight but it's like a process. And I'm really trusting the process, because I sold more of my books word of mouth, and then they started popping off once I dropped my website. But word of mouth, I was selling them fast.
Absolutely. You got to be willing to do the work. So, don't get caught at, I didn't sell 100 books this month. It's not about selling 100 books fast. It's about selling 1 book first. Right. And then selling 2 books, and then, just getting comfortable. So don't get caught up in this trying to be, this big time author that you don't do the little things. Celebrate every win. If you sell 1 book 1 week and then it's 2 weeks before you sell another one, celebrate it.
That's it.
Celebrate it. Celebrate everything, because everything's a win.
Everything's a win.
Everything's a win. There's no losers when you accomplish a goal.
It's not at all. Especially when I got my letter from Library of Congress that it was certified. Girl, I put that thing in the frame. I said, I'm here for it. Because that's a win for me.
Yes. And that's important. I'm so glad you did that.
Yes.
So I'm very,
very excited about that. Then when I seen it on bookwire.com, I said, oh, you in there. You in it for real. So I was like, okay, I'm doing the work and I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to keep writing books and keep writing books.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Congratulations on all your success. And I know that the next one you're going to do is going to be that much better. And it's going to keep getting better and better because you're doing the work. And that's the thing. Authors, you got to be willing to do the work. You can't sit back and expect people to come to you. You have to go to them.
Yes.
You have to do the work. You have to let them know why they should buy from you. It's your book. So you have to be able to convince them. You have to sell them without selling them.
Pretty much. Yes.
Take note from these big marketing companies, right? And how they market. You can scale that down to where you are and use the same strategies. It's all about in the planning. It's all about in the planning. So let them know where they can get a copy of your book.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's all about me during the quarantine. It is available on Amazon, but it's also available on my website, www.agirlwiththegrind.com. Check me out. Thank you so much for this opportunity, guys. And also, I do book readings on the side for kids, and I'm also working on doing a book reading with for the hearing impaired. So I'm working on that as well. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
Oh, yes. Congratulations.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it. I
So, so
love
I'm
it.
so I'm working out here, trying to anyway.
You doing the work. I love it. So you guys listen, the link is on your screen. The link is in the caption of this video. The link is in the bottom of the podcast. If you're listening on the audio version, go ahead and get a copy, get it for your child, go through it together and introduce them to a variety of different careers that they can explore and do the exploration together. Research each career together to say, hey, this is what it takes to do this. And this is what it takes to do that. What do you think you want to do? And get their minds turning early. You just never know where it might take them.
That's
So
it.
I definitely want to encourage every parent to get this for your child and read it together.
And it
Read it together.
got action words in it. So, yeah, goes with
Hello,
it.
educational too.
That's it. Yes, yes.
I love it. I love it. Taneka, thank you so much for again agreeing to do the re-recording of this. I so appreciative of your time. I thank you so much. You are such a beautiful person, and I
Thank you.
definitely adore your book. As soon as I can find my copy. Like I'm
I
really
know you
upset.
did get it a couple of months ago.
I'm just saying I'm trying to get so organized that I can't find nothing.
It's okay. It happens. But thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it. This
Oh,
look, the
you're
second
so
time
welcome.
around was so much fun. I love
It
it.
was. It was. So I am so excited. All right, you guys. So listen, so for all of you aspiring authors out there, we do have a couple of things for you from Relentless Publishing, and I'm so excited to be able to offer those things to you. So we have an aspiring authors kit. As soon as I can find the graphic, and so in this aspiring authors kit, you get a publishing planner and workbook. You get a notebook. You get a Relentless pen, an affirmation card, and then you get a free 30-minute Zoom session with me. In this Zoom session, I will help you get the book out of your head and into your hands. So we will help you with the outline. We will help you with direction. Maybe you've already started and you got stuck and you're not sure what direction to go in. This is what the Zoom session strategy is for. So this aspiring authors kit is for those aspiring authors or even an author that's working on their second book and they just kind of need some more guidance. They want to improve it. Maybe the first one you just did what you had to do to get it out there. Now you want to go back and do it right. I've had a lot of authors who've done that. Listen, this is for you. If you're not ready to invest necessarily in a publishing package, this is a great start. This will get you to your finish line. You can do your timeline from writing to publishing. You can put your dates in exactly when you need to have what done. You can outline your book. You can research your book. There's so many different things. There's marketing strategies in there. It helps you also to plan your financial goals. One of the things that authors fail to do is they have this this huge financial goal, but they don't know what it takes to get there. So in this book, you can put your financial goal and then we take you through the steps so that you can calculate just how many books you have to sell a day in order to meet your goal. And then you're going to understand whether or not your goal is realistic. So we want you to have realistic goals so that you can succeed and not fail. There's nothing more than getting frustrated because you didn't meet a goal, but then not also realizing that your goal was never realistic. Okay, so this aspiring authors kit is for you if you are in that category. And then the second thing we have coming up, and I'm absolutely excited about this, the Authors Roundtable. So this Authors Roundtable is our very first group coaching program that we will start in January of next year. It is a 6-month group coaching program. We meet bi-weekly on Mondays. The first Monday will be teaching. The second Monday will be an actual writing session. So in this group coaching program, you also get the Aspiring Author Kit. It comes with a full service publishing package, or you can choose to do a children's book package. We will give you 25 free copies of your book. We'll give you 100 postcards, and then we will interview you on the Get Your Right On podcast. So the investment is $3,000. You can go to our website. You can pay your deposit of $300, and then the balance must be paid by December 31st of this year. And then when January comes, we're hitting the ground running. Okay, so if you need accountability, if you need somebody to hold your hand, if you need somebody to give you those firm dates so that you can stay consistent and disciplined, this program is for you. This program is not just for aspiring authors. If you're working on your second book and your third book and you're like, you know what, I just need extra help. I need to be focused. I need to get disciplined. There's just a lot going on. This is for you. Okay, so if you're interested, go to our website, relentlesspublishing.com, and you can submit your deposit. Then you will get a welcome email. We'll send you a packet in the mail and all that good stuff and an invoice so that you can pay on your balance throughout this year. So listen, I'm so excited about this group coaching program. It is the first. And I'm going to be a little honest. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited about it. I'm a little nervous because it's my first group coaching program, but I'm so excited to be able to help other authors reach their goals of being a published author. I know what it is when you're trying and you're trying to figure out, can I do it? When am I going to do it? I'm just frustrated. I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. And, people are giving you advice, but it's not the right advice. Okay, so I'm going to help ease the learning curve for you by giving you everything you need to be successful. So if you are interested in the Authors Roundtable, again, go to our website, www.relentlesspublishing.com. Click on the store and go ahead and submit your deposit so that you can be included in this inaugural group coaching program. Now, I will tell you a little secret. The first group is always the best group to get in, because after that, the price always increases. That's just how it works. So get in on the ground floor so that you can still get the same information over delivery, but most importantly, your book will be done. All right. So if you have any questions about that, you can shoot us an email at info@relentlesspublishing.com. So again, thank you so much, Taneka, for joining me on this evening. I'm so appreciative. So listen, you guys, as we say at Relentless, it is never too late to get your right on. You guys have a great one. And until next time, listen, go ahead and start writing. No more excuses.
Right.
The time is now.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Get Your Right On podcast. Make sure to visit our website at www.relentlesspublishing.com. You can subscribe to our monthly mailing list, check out our publishing packages, and pick up our Aspiring Author Kit, which helps you get the book out of your head and into your hand. Don't forget to tell an aspiring author about our show and kindly leave us a review. Until next time, remember, it's never too late to get your right on.